weird. I'm like very comfortable talking about this. But for some reason right now I'm very not comfortable talking about this.
Goddess. A female being of supernatural powers, believed in and worshipped by a people. Babe. Cutie. Dolly bird. Hey, mama. Hey, did anyone ever tell you could be a beauty queen? Enchantress, fox, stunner, knockout, knockout, cutie, knockout, 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 knockout.
Phenomena of the sky.
Taya of the sun, Taya of the sun, all that glitters
lingering
and shines,
wanting prickles of flames and whimpering the Greek gods' names.
She pouts her lips,
We
and stars
salivate
fall
in
out
our
like
own
raindrops.
immortality.
New musk, Athena, born from Zeus's head. Musk of the highest
Mother of
form,
sight.
fair
God
maiden
of the
of
skies.
gods. Yeah, that's
Hips
right.
shimmer like gold,
Father of
eyes
gods and of men.
Zeus's head.
infinite emperor.
Above or below, ho, I go where I please. I'm a god, motherfucker, you should get on your knees. The sound of my voice loud enough to rustle the trees. When we laugh, we knock off every one of the leaves. You know who I am, you know what I do, you know who I be. If there's no pleasure for me, there can never be peace. It's all fun, mood swings, not to mention mind control over the beast. I'm a god, motherfucker, you should get on your knees. I'm a swan, motherfucker, in the color of cream. I'm a god, motherfucker, hear orgasmic screams. I'm a god, motherfucker, hear orgasmic screams. I'm a swan, motherfucker, in the color of cream.
Water into wine, blood, lust into honey, love into flame.
They just started talking weird, like they knew something that I didn't. And the one who was sitting next to me kind of like snuggled in close, and they started saying things to each other like, but like, I hope she doesn't scream like the last one.
Coughing up gold and lace and high neck collars and flesh and gloves and powder on our noses. We look down and hide. We've got the shaking power in I hear you.
I had like a pretty serious back injury doing a show last year and began seeing a practitioner to help me with that. He was highly recommended by many people and really good at his job. I don't know, I saw him for about 6 months. And my back was feeling great. I was like happy. I was thin. And I mean, I always felt like he was a little weird. But I was also like, well, you know, like, he comes highly recommended. People respond really well to his treatments. I've responded well to his treatments. And I don't go for about a month because I can't afford it. And I walk in and my gut felt weird. I knew something was wrong, but I hadn't gone in so long and my back hurt so bad. I was like, you're being paranoid. Told myself I was being crazy. And I was like, how are you doing? And he said, oh, I'm better now that you're here. I had always worn a gown because he did massage as well as chiropractic work, and I had always worn a gown, and he had always been respectful about, you know, not doing anything inappropriate or seeing anything I didn't want him to see. And this appointment, I was laying down, and he ripped my gown right off me and put it behind him. And in the moment, I remember thinking, like, wait, he just took my gown off. I literally am just naked. No bra, nothing, just laying there. And I remember thinking, like, this is weird. This is really weird. But also being like, well, he's the expert. He knows what he's doing. Maybe this is necessary. Just, you're overreacting. And I remember just laying there with my eyes closed being like, just breathe. Just breathe. So I just laid there. And then he hugged me afterwards without my top on. And then I paid him for his treatment that day. After I had paid him, he said, do you really have to leave? Can't you just stay and hang out with me? And I think I laughed and then left. And I think I even told him, I need to check my schedule. I'll make it online when I know my schedule.
How sad it is to be wrong. My fire was crushed by the boot of a mortal I confided in to heal my wounds. He seemed to respect my divine spirit. You have a very powerful mind, he once said. Yeah, I do. My satin clouds that caressed my hips, my full hips, my sisters of the moon. But my curves and my divine powers were no match for his heavy bones against my chest. I began to feel myself slip away. My spirit snuck out between my toes, through my lips, ashamed of the body it lived in, leaving me alone in my new mortal shell. A pathetic parcel that was once a vase that held the most beautiful flowers. Tea's flowers. No more gold. No more light. Just sand. and ash. There's no room for you here. There's no room for anything good anymore. There's no room for light.
The penalty for engaging in relations with a mortal is that you shall be cast from the mount and bound to the earth. Let me back. The penalty for engaging in relations with a mortal is that you shall be cast from the mount and bound to the earth.
The one who haunts you is not yet lost. Save her, and you may return home.
Athena!
Athena. Musk of a coward. Clammy. Creepy. Callous. I put off showering all day because I didn't want to wash their scent from my skin. Random reminders of them here and there. Musk. Soft, sweet, tender musk. But I had to rinse the disgusting seed. Seed that spoiled the sapo musk, made it bitter. Jagged, dry. Rough stench. The stench of the seed? Seeping through my pores, infecting the others. Spoiled seed.
And so, like, that's when it registered that, like, it wasn't just, like, fun and games, you know? It wasn't just, like, some, like, irrational behavior thing. It was, like, really fucking gross and, like, a total violation. And yeah, I guess, I felt, like, really dirty, even though I hadn't done anything.
I mean, he was a father figure to me all of my life. I mean, what kind of father would do that to his daughter?
And then there was the time. Surely this must have happened to you.
I'll never forget it. 8 years.
Don't remember screaming.
We have never spoken of that.
Was that the judge ruling was that my reaction, because I didn't beat him up or kick his ass, was like that of a wife or lover who wasn't in the mood.
For the next 3 days, it was just kind of a blur. I didn't really eat much, I didn't say much. But that sick bastard thought that a good way of apologizing would be sending me $500. And I didn't want to cash it, I didn't want to do anything with it, but my parents knew that he sent it because he called them up to tell them. So I had to cash it.
And then finally he lets me go, and I fall on the ground, and I crawl into the bathroom and sit on the floor and shut the door behind me. And he apologized. He's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It went way too far. It wasn't my idea. Like, it went way, he took it way too far. It was just a joke. It's April Fool's Day. And I started apologizing. I started apologizing for overreacting and saying I'm sorry for ruining the night.
The reality of the situation was that I was just more of a plaything to this older girl, one of a couple. To say that I was raped still even just sounds weird to me, because it didn't look like what you think of. It wasn't aggressive, it wasn't violent, it was subtle and manipulative. Honestly, sometimes I feel like just a lot of people don't even believe that it exists, that a male rape victim can exist, that 38% of sexual assault is carried out against men.
But the thing that sucks is your life has already been changed forever. And I'm not, as far as my case goes, it wasn't like horrible, I'm okay. But at the same time, whereas he probably has forgotten it. And you just wonder, like, if you say anything, you just wonder because you feel so guilty that you might ruin someone's life. You feel like you don't have the right to do so.
And I kept saying, like, well, thank God he didn't rape me. Thank God. Oh, I'm so lucky. Thank God he didn't rape me. But then...
And the apron turned out was like a gag. It was like a gag gift that like a plush penis pops out when you pull it up. But I was still so like struck by the fact that I was 15 years old in a tent alone with a man that I did not know. And I didn't know what to do. He like put his hands like on my butt and like on my breasts. And that's when I realized that, like, this was no longer, like, a gag. Like, this wasn't, like, a gift that you give to, like, your dude friend on his bachelor party night.
And so one of these guys reached over and he just grabbed my tits really hard and squeezed them. And I belted them off. And I just couldn't believe that he thought that was okay to do. And, of course... Then, I mean, that was like, you know, when was that, 35 years ago? No, very few women thought to say, how about if I do that to your balls? Nobody thought to do that. And I carried it around with me. It was, I don't know, I guess I had good tits and I didn't know it. People seem to be grabbing them a lot.
When I was around 12 or 13, and it was right at that peak of the lovely AOL chat room. We met at this like old abandoned house, nowhere or no one to be seen. I just remember that weird ringing noise that comes into your head after something loud happens or if you're about to black out. I just remember nothing else from that point except saying stop and kind of pushing away. And the next thing I know, I woke up and I was by myself. Where did this person go? What did this person do?
And so I turned on my computer and I went on Facebook and I was just like catching up on my laptop. And I got this like Facebook video message from this friend of mine. Was like, oh my god, awesome, like you're up too, this will be great. So I like pressed accept, and when the chat opened up, it was basically him just like masturbating into the camera, and it like really freaked me out, so I just immediately shut the laptop. I was sort of like in shock that it happened.
What's going, like, who the fuck does that? Who follows somebody into a bathroom and then just like expects that person to like commit to this like activity? And I was scared shitless because like this dude could probably take me down if he wanted to. Just know your worth. Anything in life, like, try to be the best person you can be and find your worth. And when you're in circumstances like that, make your worth known.
Walks on me. Friendship. And he's like, sexy, black, voluptuous, gorgeous woman. Come here. He was walking this way. I was walking that way. I said, I got somewhere to go. He's like, I'm walking your direction. I said, no, the fuck he wasn't. He was walking that direction. I don't play when people talk out the mouth really slick, especially men. I deserve respect. I'm a woman. I deserve fucking respect. And you don't give me that respect, then I don't have to be ladylike with you. I can be a straight up bitch. And it's even worse for me because I'm black and I'm a woman. So it's like I have two major strikes against me. You have mothers, you have daughters, you have sisters, cousins, nieces. You have all these women. Would you want somebody to talk to your grandmother like that? Would you want somebody to disrespect your mother like that? And I don't give a fuck if you are biological female, transgendered female. You could be a lesbian. You could be, girl, you could escort. I don't give a fuck. I have love for every single woman because of what we go through. We have to take back our power.
The supreme gentleman. I've had to rot in loneliness. It's an injustice, a crime. On the day of retribution, I will punish you all for it. 1 in 3 women torn to shreds every 120 seconds. And I can't help but wonder, haven't we been punished enough? They scream in our already bloodied ears, not all men, but any are too many, when our bodies lay unmoving in streets lined with palm trees. I am every slain woman who is strong enough to say no. I am every female CEO who makes less than her male counterpart. I am the single mothers, the little girl tormented for playing football. I am the homeless woman begging for cigarettes, your sorority sister. I am every teenage girl infatuated with her first love. I am Elliot Rodgers' rejections personified. Man fears rejection as if it were a gunshot wound. In a secret meeting, their unanimous agreement, woman is pulling the trigger. An understandable assumption when it is seemingly all they know. In 2014, Elliot Rodger loaded a handsome Glock 34 for a 3-hour expedition. Later uncovered 9 extra semi-automatics, 400 rounds of unspent ammunition, and a viral declaration for goddesses everywhere. His personal manifesto uploaded for the world to see. Rodger now owning the lives of Catherine, Veronica, Megan, and Bianca, a total of 6 killed and 7 wounded. I am interested in the men who insist it is our fingers on the trigger when they are the ones who keep gunning us down. Because I'm tired of these things happening to me. I'm not a fuck toy, I'm not a punching bag, I'm not a joke. I am Catherine, Veronica, Megan, and Bianca. We are Catherine, Veronica, Megan, and Bianca. Rodger made his manifesto for the world to hear, but the voices of my sisters are louder. Because every time I pick up a pen or an instrument or get anything done, we are creating the revolution. We are the revolution.
We're not just fields to plow. Misogyny was born out of fearing women. They're just afraid of us.
Sisters, daughters, women, female ladies, cunt, pussy, bitches, titles, labels, words, titles, labels, words, them titles, labels, words, titles, labels, words. titles, labels, words. When you think of the woman that is your mama, is that the same type of woman you wanna come along to when you disrespect the queen in the street? You don't think karma same type of woman that your daughter could be? Fake friendly, talking about courtship. They don't want shit from a nigga that's assuming that they want dick. Sister's not safe, that's the case, I'll have them packing 38. Headline, 150 niggas died in one day. Why do you hate me?
And I'm not a girl, so I have it easy. Just because of how the world works. And I have my own issues, but I have a little sister, and when she was born, I already knew what the world would bring to her because she was a girl. And I had already aligned myself with fighting against all of those things. And men are nothing without women.
Rip the canvas and burn the sage. Tear the pain into tiny shreds that collide with the smoke. Purified into the vicious vapors of a wounded woman. The vapors permeate his face and blind his eyes like mace. Too bad you're blind. You're missing one hell of a show. But I rise and rise above the flames, my red burning mane like sweet tomorrow, yellow and gold thrown, echoing every young woman's name.